thought we'd make a little demo video of a feature that maybe people aren't really aware of. Bit of a unique application, but with the higher license levels, not the lower license levels. Obviously we have the multi-threading capability inbuilt into ColourSpace now. So I'm going to open up a profiling window and we're going to connect to ADMC color emitter. And we'll have, auto range on. That'll be good. Settings, okay, that's fine. We're going to open up a second profiling window. And this time we're going to connect to the ASUS internal, because I've got that running on my monitor here. It'll take a while for the probe to position itself. Would help if I press connect. There we go. And as it goes into position, connect. Okay, and we're going to open a third profiling window. And this time we are going to connect to an I1D3. There we go. And this is a Rev A, so we don't have all-in-one mode, so we'll use frequency 0.75. Okay, let's go to the ASUS to start with, and we'll go for characterization. We'll pop out the patch window and we'll just position that under the probe and start. Okay, and that's off and reading. Let's go to the I1D3 now, and again pop out the patch window and again 10 cube and start that. And again that's off and reading. Now you can see that the ASUS internal has already got some measurements that are slightly off, but this is expected with that probe on these settings on what is a quantum dot OLED. It basically can't read the low light levels that accurately, but that's fine. The I1D3 is cracking away there, and we'll go into the ADMC, and again we'll do the same into characterization 10 cube, pop up that patch window and put it under the ADMC and start, and there it goes. So we are now simultaneously reading with an I1D3, with the ASUS internal, and with an ADMC Hyperion. And while we're doing that, we could maybe go generate a lookup table at the same time. So let's open up the LUT window and let's just pick an existing profile. Oops, there we go, an existing profile. Well, there's one from the ASUS that was done a while ago, and we can create a LUT there. And while it's doing its thing, there we go, it's finished. Then in the background, the 3 different probes are all doing their measurements. Now obviously we've got a few measurements here that look to have gone awry, but we can always go back and reread those once the profile is finished. Now these are not going awry because of the multiple profiles happening. It's just that this is obviously the ASUS internal is just not capable of reading down at those levels. So we could actually just, let's just say, if we abort that profile, okay, we can go into manual measure, double click that patch, okay, which is a dark green, and then just re-measure that patch and see if it pulls it in. Okay, this time it's got a better reading. Could be that the probe is warming up. There's another there, so let's just go in there and re-measure that. Okay, so you can see that we can be doing multiple functions simultaneously. That one obviously is where it is. That's a blue. Yeah, okay, that's where the probe is pretty much happy that that's the measurement it's getting. If we look at the RGB balance, yeah, okay, I mean it's obviously, I'll tell you what, just because we can, if we go into presets, we could actually just do an auto advance on a grayscale with that one. Let's see what we get. Yeah, so the probe is obviously somewhat struggling at those lower levels. But you get the idea that, there you go, this Hyperion is whistling away there with its readings, the I1D3, steady, but looking to be pretty good. And obviously we generated our lookup table earlier, so all at the same time, being able to do a fair amount of simultaneous work. Okay, we're reading now obviously the grayscale patches faster as we go through the presets here. And as before, we say, well, is that point there, which is not in that grayscale list, so you can see it's not highlighted a patch there, which means that value was from the cube measurement, which means it's a manual value of 23, so we can just go back in and remeasure that manually. Okay, let's pulled it back in a bit better. So there you go. A lot of processing, reading and manipulation occurring simultaneously.